If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code GOBLIN for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, what I have for you guys is two different gameplays here. They are both V2 rockets, as well as I think I get a vicious in this first streak because I'm also using my fighter pilot and my glide bomb here in Domination on London Docks. And essentially what the vicious is it's basically the nuclear of this game, except you can get it with kill streak kills as well. So it's a bit easier. It is 30 kills, but then of course the V2 rocket is the hard challenge, which is 25 kills with your gun. And I get two of them here. The first gameplay is on London Docks, second one is on Point du Hoc. But hopefully you guys will drop some likes on this thing. I'd really appreciate that. I appreciate so much all the new people subscribing to my channel, liking my videos. You guys, I know you guys can see the dedication and how much I've been uploading, and I got these two V2 rockets the other night, so I wanted to upload these some more and talk a bit more about this and about the secrets to how to get these things, because I sort of struggled, I guess you could say. It took me about a day to get the first one because I really was going all out for it, and I want to give you guys some tips on how to get these, how to get more of these. And even if you're someone that doesn't really want to go for these V2 rockets, these tips I'm going to give in this video will also, you know, supply you with ways to just improve at the game overall. And I'm just going to talk about the state of the game and stuff like that. So thank you for everyone dropping a like if you guys could on this video. It'd be awesome. Now let's talk about it. Now, London Docks, this is the map where I've had the most success. I've gotten 3 V2 rockets on this map, and I find that this map is probably like the best. Like, I use the Type 100 and I cycle through the spawns. And now I'm going to give you guys a few different secrets on how to get these V2 rockets. Now, the number one secret I would say is with my basic training, which is primed. At this point in the game, primed is the best basic training. Now, they are going to be adjusting the flinches and nerfing primed in about a week, but the fact is primed reduces your flinch when enemy people are shooting at you and your gun starts flinching up, and also gives you another attachment. With the flinch in this game, it's a bit overboard, and I think they do realize that, and that's why they put out in the patch notes that next week they're going to be adjusting the global flinch, which hopefully that means they're going to be lowering the flinch down, because that's what should go on in this game. But the fact is that primed, if you're going to win 25, you're going to kill 25 people in a row, you're going to run into some gunfights which are tough and which are straight one-on-one gunfights. And primed is basically, some people will say it's a crutch perk, blah blah blah, whatever they want to say. It's a good perk, it's straight up, and it's going to help you win those gunfights, that you're going to have that advantage, or at least be on an equal playing field with that other player, depending on if they have it or not. Now, primed is the best basic training, but that doesn't mean you should run it on every single class all the time. For example, in hardcore, it's pretty useless because you're going to die instantly. There's also times where you'd want to run hunker, and that's why in my best class setup, you'll see primed come up a lot, but you'll also see other things like hustle, hunker, gunslinger. There's a lot of different good basic trains in this game, and I think that's good for while they're adjusting it, so that you'll be able to use more, you know, other ones other than that. But as of right now, that's definitely the secret to getting these I almost said a deatomizer strike, but these V2 rockets. My other secret would be my second secret, which is your attitude going into it. Now, some people will say this is kind of dumb, but honestly, this has always worked for me. And when I started implementing this attitude to my gameplay, I started getting way more Moabs, way more nukes, and that's basically the attitude of where you don't straight up start the game going for it, but when you realize you're on a 10 streak, and you know, you can set your limits to different. If you're a super dominant player, you might not want to try hard until 15 streak, or if you're, you know, a bit of a, you know, new player, you might want to start trying harder at around a 5 or a 7 streak. But for me, it's a 10. That's that sweet spot where I play casually, and when I realize that 10 merciless medal pop up at the top of the screen, those medals always pop up. You can see one just popped up on my screen right now, which is a 20. That's when I start playing for the V2 rocket. And you can see right now in the gameplay, I am playing very, very defensive because I realize I'm on a 20, and I realize I have an STG, and you can see that I play it out smart. So many times I've just not even realized I've been on a streak and died because of that, which is kind of dumb, because if I had taken my time and spent a minute or two, you know, trying to finish off that streak, I could have gotten easy V2 rockets. So the best attitude and the best secret with the attitude to get these V2 rockets is to not have the mentality that you want to get one, but don't be thinking about it all the time, because then you're just going to get frustrated, and you're never going to play good when frustrated. That's why I recommend, if you do get frustrated, you can, you know, usually just take a break and then try again. That usually works for pretty much every single video game. It's a universal tip. But definitely, when you realize you're on a streak, start playing more defensive and start choosing your gunfights a lot smarter. And that's a second secret tip I would give you guys on how to get these ones. The third one I would say comes in your playstyle, which the best playstyle for these ones, it's not rushing, it's not camping, it's called cycling. And I don't know if that's an official term for it, but it's kind of the term that I've given. And that's why I think I get most of my V2 rockets on London docks, because this is the best map for cycling because of how this map's layout is. Honestly, I think this map is a pretty perfect map. There's some issues that are kind of bad, maybe that underground area and the areas right around B domination, like, you know, the little down by the docks and stuff like that. I think that's kind of screwed up. But what cycling is, and it works great in a game mode like domination, the second V2 rocket you're watching right now is me playing CTF, which CTF is good for some ways and, you know, worse for some ways, which I'll talk about in a minute. But basically what cycling is it's running and roaming around the same areas around the enemy spawn, but mixing it up. So for example, London docks works so good because you can get them in a spawn trap. You don't have to sit and aim down sights at the same door. You can get 3 kills at that door, run around to the other side, get 2 kills there. When they're trying to flank you, if you can predict the enemy movements, that's cycling, which is definitely the third secret I would say on how to get more of these you know, V2 rocket and stuff like that. Now this second one is on CTF. Now CTF is good for the reason that it's 100 points per kill, and that's the main issue with domination right now. It sucks. Domination is such a good game mode. There's, you know, sort of beginner players, you know, because it's near the top of the playlist. You have TDM first, which TDM is an absolute noob show, especially early morning. I was just playing it and it was ridiculous, the type of people, they literally weren't even shooting back. Unfortunately, I got like, what, 40 kills or something, but I wasn't able to get the V2 rocket. And I wish TDM was raised to 100, but I can understand why it's kept at 75, because that's basically what they have to keep it at to keep the games fast-paced. However, I missed that 100 kill domination, where basically the game wouldn't end until 100. But the bigger issue, or I meant with TDM, the bigger issue is with domination, because the fact is domination is near that perfect game mode. And people were roasting me earlier when I said the maps played good on domination. And what I meant by that is that the maps in this game are the maps good, they're decent, but I usually only play the certain amount of maps. I mean, Gustav Cannon, Aiken, St. Marie Dumont, and Texas, those maps are very poor, especially Gustav Cannon and Aiken. Those maps are straight up trash unless you want to snipe on Gustav. Aiken, I can't really see a game. I mean, it plays okay on hardpoint and search and destroy, but that's it. But for domination, I meant to say the maps are good, the maps that I'm playing, and the maps that you're getting, you know, you're cycling through a lot of the times are the Forest, Point du Hoc, Flak Tower, London Docks, and Gibraltar. And those maps all play fairly well for domination. So that's what I meant with that point. But the issue with Dom is that 100 points per kill, you basically don't have any kill streaks. You know, you get a couple UAVs to carry you. But in CTF, which I find is also a very, very insane game mode, and it's quickly becoming my second favorite one, and I was able to get, this was my first V2 rocket actually that was in CTF because I just started playing it. The fact is that I still have to learn the spawns a little bit, but the enemy spawns are fairly consistent. It's not like domination where they'll be flipping back and forth. I say if you can learn CTF, and I still have a lot of learning to do, there's quite a few newbie players in this one, and it's 100 points per kill, plus even more than that, because you see there I killed a guy with the flag, that's 150. His buddy picked up the flag, 300. I returned the flag, 400 points just off that. Honestly, I should have been running some bigger kill streaks here, but I was just sort of messing around and happened to get on a streak, and then I started to take it serious, you know, with my number 2 tip, the attitude, on to get a V2 rocket. I definitely think CTF is a game mode. Hardpoint is probably the best for getting the most score, the most points, you know, which equals the most streaks, which will get you the quickest nuclears or vicious metals, and also those streaks will help you get towards a V2 rocket. However, Hardpoint is literally like you're playing against Optic every single game, especially if you play it late at night, and that's why CTF and Domination and TDM are definitely the game modes to stick to. If you use these 3 tips, you will definitely be able to get these V2 rockets. Honestly, it's not the hardest thing ever. It's not the easiest. Probably the easiest ones would be the Nuke from Modern Warfare 2, as well as the Modern Warfare 3 Moab was fairly easy, as well as the DNA bomb. And those ones were basically because you had so much stuff helping you. You know, in Modern Warfare 3, you had all specialist perks, and Chem Strike as well was probably fairly easy because in COD Ghost, you would get that specialist. And I remember I got like a double Chem Strike on like the second day day the game came out. In this game, it's a bit harder because of the fact that you literally have to basically do all the work yourself with the help of a UAV. A lot of kill streaks won't help you. I mean, paratroopers can help you a little bit, counter UAV can help you a little bit, but the streaks I'm running here, you know, the fighter pilot and the glide bomb don't help me worth crap, and that's why it's a bit harder in this game. But the fact that they kept it at 25 kills instead of 30, I think was smart, because if it was 30 kills, it would be a lot more annoying, and I think 25 kills is something that will keep the game spicy, and will, you know, people are going to be dropping a bunch of doubles and stuff like that. So this V2 rocket actually get right, you can see, look at the time right now, 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking I'm not going to get it. I rush where I know the CTF spawns are. Boom, I get the V2 rocket. Unfortunately, the game ends before I could call it in, which kind of sucks. If you're calling in a V2 rocket, it should delay the game. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I'll have another one up later tonight. If you guys can, drop a like on this thing. Let's go for 2,000 likes. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment V2 down in the comment section down below. Sub for a cookie and don't looky. That's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace.